Contestant number 1, Miss Dominican Republic. Contestant number 2, Miss Egypt. Contestant number 3, Miss Mexico. Contestant number 4, Miss Nicaragua. Contestant number 5, Miss Panama. Contestant number 6, Miss Paraguay. Contestant number 7, Miss Peru. Contestant number 8, Miss Philippines. Contestant number 9, Miss Portugal. Contestant number 10, Miss Puerto Rico. Contestant number 11, Miss South Africa. Contestant number 12, Miss Spain. Contestant number 13, Miss Trinidad and Tobago. Contestant number 14, Miss Uganda. Contestant number 15, Miss Uruguay. Contestant number 16, Miss USA. Contestant number 17, Miss Venezuela. Contestant number 18, Miss Vietnam. Contestant number 19, Miss Zimbabwe. Contestant number 20, Miss Zululand. And contestant number 21, Miss Italy. Do we have all the judges back? Yeah? Okay. This is a special moment, ladies and gentlemen, where we award the special awards this evening. Our first special award is Miss Photogenic. Miss Photogenic is going to be presented by Montserrat Del Rio. Okay, our Miss Photogenic for this evening is none other than Miss Peru! Special award is Miss Congeniality. Miss Congeniality will be presented by Sonia Elizondo. Miss Congeniality goes to the candidate who brought us food this morning, Miss Egypt. Our next special award is Miss Popularity. Miss Popularity goes to the candidate who sold the most tickets. Miss Popularity is presented by Evelyn. And our Miss Popularity for this evening, put down your trophy. You're once again Miss Popularity, Miss Egypt. And our final special award for this evening is the audience favorite. The audience favorite is, of course, voted by you guys. The audience favorite award will be presented by Laura G. And our audience favorite for this evening is none other than Lima, Peru! Special Awards winner, Miss Photogenic, Peru, Miss Congeniality, Egypt, Miss Popularity, Egypt, and audience favorite, Miss Peru. And this is the moment we narrow the contestants, we narrow our candidates from 21 to the top 11 this evening. And I have with me the top 11 semi-finalists for Queen of the Universe tonight. And I'm going to say them in no particular order. So if I can have all the audience hold your applauses until we call all the 11 semi-finalists this evening, okay? So everyone can hear. Again, in no particular order, our top 11 semi-finalists for Queen of the Universe 2013, starting off with our first top 11 semi-finalist is Miss Puerto Rico! Our second semi-finalist. Come on down, Miss Spain. Our third semi-finalist is Miss South Africa. Our fourth semi-finalist, our fourth spot belongs to Miss Peru. Our spot number 5 belongs to Miss Mexico! Our 6th spot, and halfway through our 11 semi-finalists, belongs to Miss Philippines! Our 7th spot belongs to Miss Uganda! Our 8th spot, what number are you? Miss Zimbabwe! Three more to go. Our 9th spot belongs to Miss Egypt. the delegate from the United States of America. And our final spot, ladies and gentlemen, to complete the top 11 semifinalists belongs to Miss Venezuela! There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. In no particular order, our top 11 semifinalists: Miss Puerto Rico, Miss Spain, Miss South Africa, Miss Peru, Miss Mexico, Miss Philippines, Miss Uganda, Miss Zimbabwe, Miss Egypt, Miss USA, and Miss Venezuela. Okay, at this point, at this point, this is the moment we're gonna see how intelligent and not just beautiful these transgender people are. Our contestants this evening will be asked a question, and that would determine our top 5 finalists. And here to help me is a very beautiful Queen of the Universe 2005, Miss Asia. Okay, starting with Miss Puerto Rico. Hello, Miss Puerto Rico.
Hello.
You're gorgeous.
Thank you.
You ready for your question?
I am ready.
Puerto Rico, this is your question. What do you believe is the best way to open the hearts and minds of conservative communities to accept transgender people in this country?
I believe the best way to open people's hearts is by being involved. I think we need to be present. I think we need to get out of our apartments, get involved, show them that we care not about issues only that affect us as trans folks, but issues that affect immigration and other populations that are underserved. So I think it is important for us as trans folks to be involved in making sure that we are present in all these bodies where important decisions are being taken place. So I think I personally try to change people's perspective by being present, being there. Today, this is an event where we can showcase that we're beautiful, we're talented, and we are smart. So I think if I can give anybody advice, to be present, get involved, let them vote this Tuesday. Let your voice be heard. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Puerto Rico. Okay. And before anything else, I'd like to let the contestants know that if you guys need an interpreter, feel free to ask, because I can translate into 12,000 languages. No, I'm just kidding. Our next contestant is Miss Spain. Beautiful Uni will be translating for her. Miss Spain, this is is your question. Un pregunta. Did I say that right? Sí. Who is your role model and why?
¿Quién es tu role model y por qué?
Dile que es role model, español.
¿Quién es la persona que tú admiras y por qué?
Mamá.
Mi madre. Definitivamente mi madre, porque ella me ha enseñado muchos valores, a valorarme como persona, porque ella sabe qué es lo que tuvo qué fue lo que tuvo. Entonces ella siempre me dice, tienes que poder con tu vida, tienes que luchar por lo que quieres, por lo que tienes, y siempre tienes que llegar a ser una persona mucho más alta de lo que siempre has querido.
She says that definitely her mother, because her mother never gave up on her. Her mother always believed in her. Her mother always told her to go out there and fight and stand for what she believed and to never let anybody discriminate her. She said her mother is what inspires her to be who she is today. And that's why we should all love our mothers. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Faye. Up next is Miss South Africa. Take a question. Hello. Miss South Africa, this is your question. What sets you apart from the other contestants competing in this pageant?
That's a great question. I don't feel anything sets us apart because we're all very beautiful young ladies and we're a force to be reckoned with. We're definitely an inspiration to all and we're all here to stand to be role models in the community. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss South Africa. Next is Miss Peru. Okay, Miss Peru, here's your question. Who in your personal life inspired you to be who you are today?
Good evening, everybody. Well, in this long and big journey about to become myself, I've been here in this platform and express who I am with so much pride and dignity. I think that it's been a big journey, and at the beginning it's always been hard because we don't know who we are, and we're always searching for a role model or for somebody to inspire us. I think that when we don't have those elements, we just get inspired by our souls and our faith and our power to live through with who we are. After all this big journey, I became who I always dream of, and I think that it's very valuable for every human being. And during that time, I've had to meet amazing people, activists, people that are always trying to make a difference in the world and supporting the transgender community. And that was something that I did not have in my country, Peru, when I arrived. So for me, it's all these people that is here enjoying and celebrating diversity and beauty. You are my role model and my inspiration. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Peru. Up next is Miss Mexico. interpreter, Miss Uni. Miss Mexico, this is your question. Do you believe that the root of transphobia is sexism? And to what extent have you experienced sexism in your own personal journey? I don't even want to hear it. The question.
Okay, ¿tú crees que transfobia es lo mismo como homofobia, pero para nosotros las transexuales? ¿Tú crees que tú has sido discriminada y has tenido alguna experiencia que ha cambiado tu vida en tu vida personal?
Hola, ¿qué tal? Buenas noches, mi nombre es Stephanie. Bueno, de hecho sí he sentido esa discriminación hacia mi persona como transexual y más que yo vengo de México y que es muy diferente a todas las personas que hay aquí. De hecho, por eso últimamente me gusta venir mucho a su país y convivir, y de hecho tengo muchísimas personas y amigas nuevas que he tratado de ser aquí, pero más que nada me gusta conocer gente para tratar de educarme yo un poco más y poder llevárselo a mi país y para que sean un poco más diferentes, así como son ustedes con nosotros, que nos respetan y nos quieren muchísimo. ¡Gracias!
Thank you, Miss Mexico. Thank you.
She says she come here from Mexico. In her country, transsexuals are discriminated every day, worse than females and males, and that she's definitely had sexism in her life. She's gone through so much discrimination in Mexico, and she came to America because she wants to learn everything here, and she wants to show Mexico all the love that America has to give a transgender woman, and that we are more accepted here than over there. She wants to go to Mexico and tell them, I deserve a place in this society. I deserve to be loved just like all of you. We need to stop this. So this is why she's here. She wants to prove Mexico that they might stop her from her dreams, but USA, well, she will be herself. Thank you.
Okay. Miss Mexico is that one, not the one in red, okay? Up next is Miss Philippines. Hello, Miss Philippines. Are you ready for your question? Okay, Miss Philippines, here's your question. Do you think that it is fair for contestants who have had cosmetic surgery to compete with other contestants who haven't had any cosmetic surgery?
Thank you for that very wonderful question. I think it is fair. Like every individual, we have our own beauty. Since that we have the sex panel of judges, I don't think the judges there are looking for more surgeries to be a candidate of this pageant. So I believe, yes, it is fair. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Philippines. Contestant candidate top number 7, Miss Uganda. Hello.
Hello.
Miss Uganda, this is your question. How would you respond to critics who say that pageants in general are degrading to women and are outdated or politically incorrect? Let me repeat the question. How would you respond? You know, if I can have the audience quiet down a little bit so that the contestants can clearly the question. Thank you. Don't get me mad. I'm hungry, okay? Start eating you. Okay. Ms. Uganda, this is your question. How would you respond to critics who say that pageants in general are degrading to women and are outdated or politically incorrect?
Thank you for the question. I would respond to telling critics that women in general, they're beautiful in many ways. As transgender women, we're beautiful in many ways. We have a disadvantage against the world because of so many odds against us. But regardless of those odds, we're always looking forward to become better women than we are now. And learning to accept yourself as the woman that you are inside really is the biggest thing that you could accept for yourself. Because nobody else can accept you if you don't accept yourself. So I say to all the critics out there, well, we're all beautiful in more ways than one, inside and out, and regardless of what people say or critics say, be happy. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Uganda. Up next is Miss Zimbabwe. Love your hair. Miss Zimbabwe, this is your question. Besides your gender identity, what is another hurdle that you have overcome in your life?
Thank you so much for the question.
Oh, you're welcome.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as far as what other crises I have overcome in my life is pretty much being confident on who I am as a person. I feel that everybody, and I mean everybody, needs to feel confident who they are in a person because it makes them come through obstacles that they could never imagine they can overcome. And once you are confident and you have that strong personality and you display who you are as a person, you can overcome anything. And the thing I like to talk about the most is to my youth, to my young transgendered women, that I want to tell you ladies, you are beautiful in one way than most. Because honestly, ladies and gentlemen, that's all that's about. And that's where it starts. So, thank you so much, and that's my answer.
Thank you, Miss Zimbabwe. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, always remember that you are all beautiful, except I'm prettier. Up next is Miss Egypt. Hello, Miss Egypt. Miss Egypt, this is your question. If you were a queen for one day, what would you change in the world and why?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for that question. If I become a queen in one day, what would I change? The equal rights for all transgender, not just for transgender, but all LGBT community, because we've been digging this situation for a while. Ladies and gentlemen, as being a part of transgender community and become active of this society, the only thing I can say to those people doesn't understand who we are, that we are all human beings created by God. Regardless of who we are, our religion, sexuality, and gender, we deserve to be happy in some way because we're just a human being that looking for happiness in life. That would be all. Thank you so much.
Miss Egypt, thank you. Our next delegate is Miss USA. This is your question, Miss USA.
Thank you.
If I can open it. Okay, there we go. Miss USA, this is your question. What should be done to prevent violence against transgenders in the society?
Thank you very much. Good evening, and thank you for being here to supporting us and all my sisters too. So what I will do to prevent violence against transgender is, I think to give orientation to other transgender sisters that we have equality rights. But what we have to do is always speak and report if we are abused. Because if we stay quiet, that never will be a change, never. So we have to speak up. We have to bring this issue because nobody in this world has the right to harm us. So we have to speak, and together we have to make a change in this world. Because if we stay quiet, there is no change. We have to report every single case to the authorities. Because we usually don't say anything, because we think if we report this to the police, so the first person or the case goes against us. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss USA. And last but certainly not the least, Miss Venezuela. Okay, Miss Venezuela, how are you?
Good, and you?
Okay, good. This is your question. Your question is, what have you personally done in your everyday life to advance equality in society for the LGBT community?
Thank you very much for that wonderful question. But before I answer that, once again, good evening, Los Angeles. I personally believe that I have attained equality in the LGBT community by being a caregiver in my everyday life. I personally believe that by helping others and knowing for the fact that I have helped people in my life. And I have proven to myself that I am equal to everybody else by having a regular job. That would be all. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Venezuela. And that concludes our top 11 semifinalists question and answer. Thank you, Ms. Asia, for helping. And at this point, we're going to have all this beautiful top 11 semifinalists rest for a little bit. So if you can exit off the stage, relax, powder your nose, retouch, and sit down and look pretty. What do you think, guys? They're all gorgeous. Any one of them can deserve the crown.